The next use case we're going to consider is the 4-way forecast. So Sift has quite a detailed 4-way forecast where you can post adjustments and you can link those adjustments. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, you can go and take our forecasting or budgeting basics course or our advanced forecasting and budgeting course. But there still may be some adjustments that are very complex. And for those, it might be an idea to pull your forecast through from Sift and then go and adjust this information further. So you could then use this as a base. You could, we're going to say 4-way forecast from Sift. And then we can go and pull this whole tab through so that we can go now and work with this information. So I'm just going to pull it through here. Okay, so we've pulled the information through, and now I can go make additional adjustments. So perhaps I want to go and make an additional heading here, adjustments. I could then go write a list of all the additional adjustments I plan to make, and I could go and say, well, my chocolate sales should actually be whatever it was in the 4-way forecast times 100. And then I can go and pull this across, and you'll see it will now update these numbers for that adjustment that I've made. That's obviously a simple formula, but Excel has very powerful formulas, and you can use any of those formulas when you're updating your forecast. Another useful tool is to go and take this forecast one step forward. So I'm going to say updated forecast. And then what we could do is we could understand that these are the cash flows that we expect for the future period, and we could go and work out our net present value. So we could consider what we think our IRR is, and perhaps our IRR is 5%. We could go and calculate an NPV, so we could go NPV, and you'll see it will ask you what your rate is, so I've got that there. And then we could go and input each of the values. So value 1 would be this one, value 2 would be this one. And so we could go and build out this net present value calculation with the information that we have pulling through from Sift. And once we've selected all the cash flows we're interested in, we can go click enter. And here you'll see we have a net present value for this forecast that we've created. And this is quite useful when you've gone and created a project forecast. So in our advanced forecasting course, you can find out about how to create a project forecast. And if you create a project forecast, you could then go and calculate a net present value using Sift's Excel connector to go and identify what the value of that new project is, if you perhaps want to go and sell off that division or work out if it's really valuable to you. So that is another option there to go and calculate the net present value or look at free cash flows and those valuation considerations of a forecast. And you can do that using Sift's Excel connector.